From simple sets to complex ones, these LEGO builders are bending their LEGO reality with some high IQ builds. Get ready to get amazed at how creative you can get with them. In the LEGO wilderness, you have to repurpose LEGOs like this one. This is a design by Stacklegobricks, a YouTuber who built a swaying palm tree. This build looks really cool, and it's made by simply stacking up 2x2s round donut tiles with a flex tube inside. This is a perfect piece for Bikini Bottom, and Sandy might like to have this in her little air pocket. Maybe a little Patrick on top could be the cherry. The LEGO world on YouTube is amazing. Often the best of the builds are buried deep inside the internet. Algorithms might bring it to the surface, but these random recommendations seldom do justice. It's like you need excavation to do so. In my quest to find rare builds, I began digging the internet, and often some of the most random channels have the best to offer. I came across this new, reimagined steampunk figure drummer droid built by Tobias H. This one in particular is very interesting as he has changed everything. Just take a look at the details. Tobias has minifigure miner helmets as the steampunk's shoulders and binoculars for the drum. This one has a lot of details. You can pause the video and look for it. Let us know in the comment section if you found anything. And to tell you about what we found at the Bricks Caliber, which is a contest where you have to build a LEGO castle. There are different categories and judges as well. They give out custom brick build prizes, and there's a Hall of Fame that gets updated each and every year. Who knows, you could have your name on it too. So, this was an entry in Bricks Caliber by Martin Gebert. This one has beautiful photography, amazing storytelling, and humor. But the amazing thing is how Martin used these rare building techniques to make this build happen. There are many, but to name a few, just take a look at that master bed. Doesn't that look royal? Now, to make that possible, he used some illegal LEGO techniques and a lot of creativity. For starters, he used LEGO tiles for the drapes on the bed. Even the bed pillars are done very creatively. And those beautiful legs of the bed are downright illegal both elegantly and literally. But overall, the entire build is executed perfectly. Look at the platform too. The bed stands on an amazing ring made with 1x2. The lights from the window, the flying knights, and that eccentric floor are made from the tiles that probably originated from the LEGO Nexo Knights line, which was released in 2016. So if you're a LEGO enthusiast, you should pause the video and zoom in on this masterpiece. You'll find a lot of things to admire. Anyway, moving on. Do you know Forearms from Ben 10? This is the LEGO equivalent of that. This is probably the Arnold in the LEGO world. I mean, look at his arms. It seems like he takes his protein obsessively. This simple looking LEGO has a very distinct feature. And his arms are huge, Jackman. This one here is known as the cursed LEGO. I mean, big arms is the reason many people spend thousands at the local gym, but his arms are about a breadth away from the floor, making it cursed. This was made by Ethan. But how did they come up with this? Did Harry Potter make this with a wrong spell of gigantus? Or maybe it was Dr. Doof? Well, the secret to this lies in cross-compatibility. There's a set called the LEGO Flashlights, and their parts can go any style like Crocs. Now, the LEGO Flashlight sets come in different sizes and shapes, but are compatible with regular size LEGOs. Despite the size difference, these arms can fit anywhere. So, you can take huge LEGO arms from that set and pair them up with regular size LEGO to get a Goliath of a LEGO if you have a keychain light up minifig. Now, if you think huge arms look cursed, think about doing the same in brick. This one here is a minifig with arms that are so small, he can't even scratch his head looking at his own arms. And yes, you can take these arms and pair it with another regular set to create a cursed LEGO. They're both gonna be unique and cursed. Talking about curses, let's look at this Yoda. He would probably drag his arms on a fashion show, and this is the reason why you do not skip leg day. But, since it's cursed, let's blame Tom Riddle for it. Talking about Tom, let's take a look at Hedwig. No, I don't mean a wig for Saitama's head, it's an owl from Harry Potter. LEGO seems to like Hedwig as they have a couple of versions of that mystical beast of a bird. They are sleek, they are fantastic, and they are beautiful. But none of them compares to what Heisenberg made. Wait, what's that? Heisenberg? No, I said Simon Hunsbickler. He upgraded those brick birds and gave them a new reason to fly. I mean, look at this. This could easily beat an eagle in the dark, don't you think? He took a more vulture type approach and created this Spider-Man villain, and its eyes look like they mean business. The design is perfect, and that Arnold Lego might be cursed, but this one curses big time. This is not kid-friendly.
Emotional damage!
So I don't think Lego would like a model like that, but if they can make an Osama a mean owl, it's just a mean owl. What's more, Hedwig has powers you can throw your Instagram away, as he'll certainly send your letters to at the speed of light. Back to the owl. Owls are naturally very silent yet ferocious creatures, and this depicts that perfectly. This beak Hedwig has is perfect, and the wings look bony, like complementing them perfectly. This is so good. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Again, built by Simon, again is the house where Snow White's witch made the apple. Isn't that Lego in deeper? There are a lot of things you might miss at first glance. But take a look at the texture, and then the attention to detail. Forget 900. This one is an infinite IQ build. I know what you're thinking, what's so good about this, but look closely. Simon has used some builds that aren't normally used in such builds. Take a look at the roof. Those white straws aren't Lego straws. They are actually hands of other minifigures in his collection. I'm sure his collection is short for a lot of hands, but I'm sure no one ever thought of this before him. I am sure that no one likes their roof made up of arms, but from an art perspective, they do the job perfectly. Similar to this one, others also has a farmhouse made up of carrots as the roof. To get the straight plank of carrots, they alternated the sides. Who thought Nikola Tesla's AC current idea would also apply on a Lego roof as well? But you have to watch out for the Lego Bugs Bunny, or else you might just eat the roof by the time you wake up in the morning. Next up, we have a creation that makes a mandala. This one is made up of a lot of Lego wines joined together to create this perfect circular design. Talking about odd pieces used in Lego buildings, there are a lot of these on the internet. Chinese New Year is one of the most important festivals in the country, and Lego released a lion dance set. The vibrant colors and the complexity of this festival translate perfectly into the set. It has over 800 pieces, and most of them are very cleverly crafted. Did you know that Lego has a machine that can scan any object and then output shapes that could be printed into bricks to create these Lego sets? These 800 pieces can be put together to create 5 dancing lions. If we take a look at this set through a magnifying glass, you would see whitewashed bananas as the eyebrows for these lions. They used a block for the body and 4 legs, which are identical to the minifigures. Yellow bananas are pretty common and have been seen in more than 150 sets, but these white eyebrows bananas can only be found in 2 sets, with one being these dancing lion sets and the Red Sun's Inferno truck. Next up, we also have these rare frogs. They've appeared in 7 sets, like the Red Sun's Inferno truck and the dancing lion again, Harry Potter, you know, the chocolate frog, right? And 4 others. So these were the pink frogs, which were repurposed to look like leaves on a Lego bonsai tree, like a unique Lego cherry blossom bonsai. There is a color that has only been used once in the entire existence of Lego. They also have a pure gold Lego sausage, which might not be as appetizing as you think. But don't worry, it's not edible actually it is used as a stand under a Lego drum set. The barrel itself is actually a Lego wheel. Now, the rarest of them all was released back in 2016. Those days, Lego released a Dimension line which also featured Adventure Time, theme park with 2 unique minifigures, and then a very different minifigure build of Mimo. Now, if you take a closer look at the arms, we will notice a color that has never been featured in any of the other Lego sets that has ever been created. I don't even know the name of the color. It looks kind of bluish gray. If you know the score, please let me know in the comments section below. Moving on to the next build, take a look at this Chevy Camaro model. Did you see it? Have you seen what's different about this? Here, let me help you. Close your eyes at the side mirror. These are actually made up of minifigure popsicles. Now, this is the only model that features a great side mirror that looks like a popsicle, and it might not be as enticing as the farmhouse that we saw earlier, but it blends in perfectly with the car and captures the look of the original car. Now, if you get into the Camaro and then take a look at the gear shifter, it's a microphone. I mean, Lego will not create gear shifters just for a set, so they're gonna get creative and use whatever they create in bulk and add it to the set to make it fit just right. And isn't this genius? This set has a lot of details that can be easily missed. Look at the back, cause even the back number plate is held by 2 axes. Moving into these repurposed Lego bricks, take a look at these Ninjago city built from Lego. In the Master Wu Dragon set, there's something hidden in plain sight. If you take a closer look at the streetlights, you'll notice that the lamps are none other than unpainted heads of a Lego minifigure. The entire set is sized perfectly to make these Lego heads work as a streetlight. Now, if that does not blow your mind, take a look at the holders. They're simply paintbrushes repurposed as the lamp holders on the gate. This setup is not used once but twice, also seen in the Ninjago Legacy set, Kai's Blade Cycle, and Zane's Snowmobile. The streetlight lamp uses the same paintbrush piece and the transparent Lego head. This was created back in 2015, and if you look at the Lego sets from 2018, which is 3 years after that idea, you'll see that they are still using the same technique to create streetlights as well as a mailbox newspaper. Moving on to guns. They're a controversial topic as Lego's branded to be a kid's toy. They did make guns, but only in the sets that were themed pirate or the Wild West, but when the Star Wars sets began in 1999, weapons were an important part and they needed to be added. So what did they do? They began creating these weapons that do not look as realistic as a step to not promote violence. I mean, to create something that requires a weapon to complete the set and not make it a weapon is a great 1000 IQ move by the company. And for the banned Legos that cannot be sold anymore, they found a new way to use it. They use these pieces as components of a different build. For example, if you take a look at the 620R set, they are 4 revolvers in the engine of this Lego build, perfectly replicating the components of the machine. It's also a submachine gun acting as a rearview mirror. And for the wires, they use the whip from the Wild West build set. I mean, if you look at these small toys, you can pretty much imagine a group of grown-ups in a conference meeting discussing all of these sets and how they could use it again to create something different. Now, this makes me realize that this is not a one-man 1000 IQ job. It's a group of people coming together to create something out of what they already have to reduce expenses. From a business point of view, this is a 300 IQ move by the company. This not only saves them money, but also saves the planet from getting more plastic in the landfills. Now, to add in more to the parade, there's also a set of succulents, which has 6 different firearms to support the petals of the plants. Flowers. If you can just flip to page 10 on the instruction manual for this particular set, you realize that the diagram also features 6 guns forming a circular hinge to attach the petals. Those make them look more natural, and you can basically remove and add some others to create your own unique 1000 IQ set. If you like gardening with Lego bricks, of course, and have a few sets lying around, first, don't step on it, and second, watch out for those unorthodox ways of using Lego items to create new sets. Like for example, minifigure handbags are used in the Infinity Gauntlet as a holder for the Infinity Gems in the 2020 version of the Infinity Gauntlet set. Now, Harry Potter being a huge franchise, it is normal for Lego to take a hit at it. As we mentioned Hedwig before, they also have created a lot of things from the movies, and most of them are similarly repurposed Lego sets. It is filled with such examples, but let's go over a few of them. One of them being the Horcrux. If you take a look at Tom Riddle's diary, the pages are conveniently made up of stairs stacked on top of each other. Now, don't get me wrong, but these were being used like this in a lot of fan-made books, but it was never officially done until this Harry Potter set. In the end, if we boil it all down, it is just sets of plastic resting on each other. I leave it for you to explore. Now, for this next one, Lego went to India to see a Bengal tiger. This Lego set of the majestic tiger might be the most realistic animal ever created with bricks. They've used both printed bricks and building bricks to create this masterpiece. They've utilized 2x1 printed tiles using the snot technique to achieve the perfect body of the tiger. We've seen a lot of Lego sets that come with stickers, and we all know how hard it is to paste that on a small surface with thick fingers. So it was a great idea for the company to give out printed bricks instead of just giving you a sticker to complete the build. But they also added a behind to make it biologically correct, and while some people think they went too far with it, I'm pretty sure biology has already done that. And lastly, when a Lego decided to make a Titanic ship, they's taking leave and further to create the most accurate version ever. If you take a look at the seats on the deck, you realize that it is just a door handle connected to a 1x2 piece.